Stuart, congratulations on qualification, but first of all, let's start with the game tonight. A tough night out there, but how do you reflect on the performance?
The first half was difficult. I don't think we were that great, in all honesty. I think our press was a bit poor and we were struggling to find a bit of rhythm and keep the ball when we should have. So I think we needed something different in the second half, a bit more intensity and pressure, and we went a bit higher. And I think naturally we got more of the ball off the back of that, and we managed to get ourselves back into a better rhythm in the game.
Obviously, there was quite a few goals in the game. Let's talk about your goal tonight. Some great link-up play with John McGinn. When that ball came back to you, what was going through your head?
It was actually a really nice pass from John. I wasn't actually expecting it. I just managed to wriggle out the corner, and he was in a really nice position, so just played him. I thought he was going to cross it, and I've woken up just in time for his cut back, and there was just a small little gap at the front post, so I managed to squeeze it through.
In terms of the campaign generally, when you reflect on it, what's been a highlight for you?
It's hard to pick a certain moment. Obviously, we've had huge wins. Top man. Norway away obviously was huge. Spain at home. I think just being part of the squad is special, and just the atmosphere that you have within the group and the players and the coaches and staff. It's just a really nice place to be, and everyone just luckily has the performances to go along with it and be successful.
How much growth do you feel like there's been in this campaign from the start to where we are now?
Yeah, a lot. I think in terms of the last big tournament, we had to qualify through the playoffs. We missed the playoffs at the World Cup. So to do it through the group and to do it with 2 games to spare is a huge achievement. But we don't want to get carried away with ourselves, and it's a tough competition and tough teams. Shown in the last 2 games, obviously with 2 draws. So if we can continue and just keep building consistency against the big teams, then I think we're in a good position.
Stuart, thank you.
Thank you.
Callum, it was pretty end to end out there tonight. Plenty of goals, plenty of action. We spoke to Stuart earlier, who said that potentially maybe weren't at your best in the first half as a group. Do you agree with that assessment?
Yeah, to be fair to Norway, the structure of the game actually helped them play, and I think we struggled to get to grips with that in terms of getting enough pressure on the ball, so we were a wee bit passive in the first half, which sort of gave them control of the game. But even at that, to go into each, I thought we did well to get back on level terms before half time, and then second half we look a bit more like ourselves. We got to grips with the structure and how they tried to play and press the game a bit higher up, and turnovers were more and more in our favour, and then we probably did enough to nick it at the end, but a draw, still a decent result.
Was that one of the most pleasing aspects of tonight, is that resilience to go behind and keep coming back?
Yeah, we did it again obviously in Georgia on Thursday night as well, so it's a good character trait to have. Obviously you don't want to go behind, and you want to start the games better, but sometimes football's not like that, and it doesn't quite go your way for whatever reason, but it's good to have that resilience in the group, that even when we're down we can get back into the game time and time again.
I guess going into the game the group knew that the job was done overall. What was the message from the manager going into tonight? Was it just to try and ensure that the campaign was wrapped up on a positive?
Yeah, of course. Listen, we were playing in front of home fans the first time since we qualified, and we wanted to give them a good night, obviously give ourselves a good night. We deserve to have a good night after all the good work that's been done, and maybe not quite there, but also important not to lose the game as well, and we just keep building momentum for the summer.
You mentioned the fans there. How pleasing is it to see that connection that's built up now between this group and the Scotland fans?
Yeah, brilliant. Again, hearing big numbers, big voice. Probably a good game for them to watch, to be honest. Not as nervy as probably what it could have been. So hopefully they enjoyed the night and enjoyed the bit of celebrations at the end, and they deserve it as well. They've carried us all the way through the campaign. So tonight is as much for them as it is for us.
When we were speaking earlier to Stuart as well, he said it felt like there was a lot of growth in this group. Obviously looking ahead to the campaign, I know it's a long way off, but how much more do you feel like there is to come from this group of players?
Yeah, I think we have to. I think we can't just sort of qualify for tournaments and then that's it, we wrap up and go home and we're happy with that. We want to be a country and a nation that continually qualifies, and when we get there we want to improve and better the showing that we did the last time. So in football there's always continuous growth, and as long as we keep that mindset within the group that we always want to get better, then I'm sure we're on the right track and we will do that.
Congratulations, Callum. Thank
Cheers.
you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.